Hey everyone, this is Shpan, and you might have noticed on this channel that I'm a big fan of pirate fantasy. I'm talking about ship travel, spending time over the waters of the Iliac Bay, and fights on the ship deck. I even previously had an Argonian pirate playthrough on the channel that tragically ended, but it's a fantasy concept that I really love, and so I was incredibly excited to see that the talented mod author Cliffworms had just recently created a mod called Detailed Ships. If you've been playing a modded version of Daggerfall Unity, then you probably already recognize the name. Cliffworms is a legendary Daggerfall modder, and so I knew my high expectations would be met, and needless to say, they absolutely were. This mod is really awesome, and brings an immersive and tasteful level of detail, while also providing some nice practical additions like storage and crewmates. But before we get into the video, if you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing to my channel or becoming a channel member through the link in the video description below. And with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at all the new additions to ships. Let's first take a look at the deck of an unmodded ship here. This is really where Daggerfall ships are lacking, and in the past I felt that I would love a reason to spend more time on my ship. There was always to me a sense of something missing, especially when interacting with the ship deck, as it was just so barren, and you can see how lifeless this space is, and it doesn't have any of the numerous miscellaneous items you'd expect to see on a ship in use in the bay. But now, let's take a look at the incredible ship transformation. The difference is night and day. The ship is brought to life. We finally have crewmates, but also all sorts of appropriate tools and items on the deck, like ropes and boxes for storage. There's structural additions like support beams and ropes connecting to the masts. There's barrels and fish for food, a ladder to the crow's nest for lookout. We got lifeboats, light fixtures that hang and are functional for nighttime use. And I mean, there's just so many awesome additions here. If you look carefully out into the water, you can also sometimes see dolphins diving on the surface. Crewmates are not just part of the background decorations, they can be interacted with and spoken to like any other NPC. And I love how now that we have these light sources all over the ship, that nighttime is really scenic and beautiful. I really enjoy climbing up on the crow's nest, having a chat with the ship's lookout, and taking in the night sky stars over the water. Really quickly, we'll also take a look at the exterior of the large boat version before we check out the interiors for both options. Again, it's completely remade to feel immersive, filled with practical ship items and tools, and also populated with some crew members just like what we saw in the mid-sized option. We have a massive deck on this version, so more support beams and a much larger stern with some decorations on it. Overall, I prefer the mid-sized option because I really enjoy having a crow's nest, and the physical design and layout of it is more to my taste. But now that we've properly gone through the exterior changes, you guys are going to love what's been done with the interior. Let's go check it out now. All of the rooms have been redesigned to have a purpose and are completely decorated. There's an armory to store all of the weapons during an attack. We have a kitchen here with food and a chef. A rations room for food items that can be stored long term, a cabin for crewmates to sleep in. This room here looks like a small prison room in case someone goes rogue or you capture an enemy on the seas. And here is the captain's quarters. The captain's quarter is incredible, and I'm actually seeing some new items here that I don't think I've ever seen before, like this mirror, for example. This is really the kind of space that I just want to hang out in all day. It's spacious and captures that feeling of importance and the sense of privilege afforded to the captain of a ship, but it's also functional with storage and lighting. And I also think it was very thoughtful here by Cliffworms to leave one room that's undecorated, so the player can put their own personal touch on their indoor living space with the Decorator mod. This room here looks like a meeting room of some sort, maybe for gathering your closest and most trusted crewmates and discussing important future plans. I haven't actually shown you guys every single room in the mod, but I thought I'd leave you guys with some things to discover for yourselves, and I hope it gives you a taste of the variety and creativity in a lot of these spaces. And now let's take a look at the mid-sized ship's interior. I really like how it's designed completely different from what we see in the larger ships. In general, if something looks like a container, then it probably is. And every container is completely safe for storing your stuff, so don't be afraid to hoard all of your valuable items here. When you leave and come back, they'll still be in the exact containers that you left them. You'll find some more crewmates down here, and this individual looks like she might be an alchemist of some kind. I definitely recommend adding a potion making interface to this room if you have the Decorator mod. And here we have the captain's quarter of the ship. Again, it's just so perfect, from all the hanging weaponry, personal chest for storage near the bed, wall decorations, and all the tiny details on the desk. It's really very cozy, and if you have the Sit and Loiter mod, you can take a seat in your chair and enjoy your position as captain of the ship. Down into the ship's hold, we have tons of storage, cleaning supplies, another member of the crew, and also a small cell for any mutinous members or captured enemies. Back on the main floor here, the ship also boasts a nice kitchen with a chef and tons of food and drinks stocked. And right next to the kitchen is a small cabin where crew members can get some rest. The interiors of both ships are really so well crafted. I can feel the attention to detail in each room, and finding that sweet spot of both feeling functional but also aesthetically pleasing is a really hard balance to find, and the mod has managed to accomplish it. The total package breeds a ton of immersion and visual spectacle into both ship types in Daggerfall, so whichever one you prefer, you're going to be really pleased with the results. This mod is the perfect addition for anyone that enjoys ship travel and spending time on the water. It honestly feels like it was made for players like me that are really into ships and pirate fantasy. If you decide to give this mod a try and enjoy it, don't forget to endorse the mod on the Nexus page. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care.